when it rains, it pours. Sometimes that's true, right? I feel like I'm speaking to many. That's why I'm just like, hold on, let's talk about this. So, we can have, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the dark night of the soul. There's not just one. You can have fucking a lot of those things, all right? The dark night of the soul is when some shadow aspects of yourself or of your life or of your past come to the surface, and they're rearing their ugly heads right in your face, and you kind of have to do something about it. You kind of have to come to terms with it. You kind of have to decide, to take that with you into the future, or if you can let that lie in the past and decide to change your future. Okay, so I kind of feel like it sounds to me like you're experiencing some kind of tower moments. Tower moments in tarot is like when the universe has finally stepped in to pull the rug right out underneath your whole operation. These are circumstances beyond your control that have now forced you into some really random, uncomfortable space. And you're like, oh shit, what do I do now? How do I build from here? Where do I go? What do I do? I don't know. Now, I want to say this. Many, many times, that tower moment that we all experience, because we're all human beings. Girl, I've had towers so many times. I've had dark nights so many times. I've been through some shit. Most light workers have. That is how we know how to heal. That is how we know how to reach people where they're at, because we've been there, man. That tower moment. Now, that tower moment is usually preceded by signals. Signals from your intuition, signals in your outer environment, signals within yourself, that things needed to change. Some kind of adjustments needed to be made. And oftentimes we ignore those signals because life is tolerable. Because, I don't know, maybe that's not the right thing to do. Who am I to just change things? I can't do that. So we ignore all these things, and then the universe steps in with that tower. Demolished. All right, what are you going to do now? You're going to start fresh some other way. You're going to go about it a different route. You're going to have something else going on. You're on a spiritual journey. It's not easy. It's not always a piece of cake. It's not always sunshine and roses, but it's real. And it's necessary to your own authenticity. You get to peel back these layers of trauma and hurt and abuse and nonsense and hardship and realize what you're made of and who you really are underneath all of that. And that's all beside the point anyway. Now, what I want to say is you're rebuilding now. And that's a beautiful thing. You get to choose. And I know you may not feel like the choice is in your hands, but technically it is. You may not feel like you have any options at this time. That's because Spirit has yet to present you with the options for you. Continue to hold space for your own healing and growth, and know that even this is only temporary. If you've got to sleep on someone's couch or stay at a mission or whatever you got to do, like, this is only temporary. As you become aligned with the next chapter of your life, in which Spirit will bring you to another place. But it's not just Spirit drawing you. You have to take the steps. You've got to look around. You've got to do actionable steps in your outer reality. This is not simply a spiritual pray for things and they land in your lap. You have to put some physical effort into it. And I know that you are, honey, and I know that you feel defeated. And I want you to know that it is always darkest before the dawn. And that you are not sitting in that energy alone. Your higher self, your divine creator, sits with you and knows exactly what your struggles are, but knows that you are resourceful and courageous enough to come through all of this intact and be able to help others through similar things in the future, through your own experience. That is a light worker. And you are in the process of becoming illuminated. They're peeling back the darker layers that you've had to deal with for too long. I trust that if you continue holding space for your beautiful path, that Spirit will open up something for you. And even if it's a temporary solution, a stepping stone to get you to the next thing, the next thing, the next bigger thing, the next more permanent thing, you're moving and you're growing. Of the stars, anyone who's resonating with this whole message, of the stars, this is about knowing that you are more than just the body that you live in. Do you know that? Do you know that this life is not happening to you, but for you? for you, to kick ass and pat yourself on the back later, to know how strong and amazing and capable and smart and funny and talented you are, to know how loving you are. The universe presents all these opportunities to you every single day throughout your life so that you may experience the love that you have to give, the bravery that you have inside of yourself, the quick wit that you have, the humor that lives inside of you. You are not your body, but thank God your body takes you everywhere you need to go. Thank your body for that, but know that you live beyond the body. You came before the body. You live outside of this body. The essence of your own soul, which is a little tiny spark of God, comes from somewhere else. And the struggles that you feel today, here and now, are merely temporary. And they're only an illusion. There's so much more to the universe than just today, than just right now, than just this problem, than just this argument, than just this bad relationship, than just this unhealthy problem that I'm dealing with. Take that as it resonates. You are more than just whatever this current struggle is. You are more than whatever your past looks like. The accumulation of your past experience means nothing because you are new in this moment and you can decide to be whoever you want to be right now. It's always a choice. It's always a choice. Do I want to be a good person? Do I want to be the best version of myself? Or do I want to be an asshole? Do I want to be a scumbag? Do I want to procrastinate and not show up? Do I want to say fuck it and not pay my bills? Everyone has a choice. But it matters because what can you live with? That's what matters. What can you live with inside of yourself? That's how you know you're on track. That conscience that lives in there somewhere, that little conscience, that's your soul. Your soul that urges you to do this or stay away from that.